Have you ever had one of those days where the universe feels like it's glitching? Like your phone freezes, your brain freezes, and your cat is staring at a blank wall like it just read the source code of reality? Yeah, moments like that make people ask the big question, is life a simulation, or are we just naturally this confused? Either way, it explains a lot. Let's talk about the simulation hypothesis, which is basically the idea that everything you experience might just be an extremely fancy computer program, like the Matrix, but with worse weather and way fewer leather jackets. Philosopher Nick Bostrom famously suggested that if advanced civilizations exist, and if they have insane computing power, and if they're into historical reenactments, then there's a good chance we're living inside someone's educational side project, which means your entire life, your hopes, your dreams, your Google search history might just be cosmic homework. And honestly, it shows, because if this is a simulation, the developers definitely have a sense of humor. One minute you feel like you have your life together, the next minute you're tripping over air and losing arguments in the shower. Why would anyone simulate us? Maybe it's scientific research, some alien scientists observing us like, subjects continue to argue in comment sections despite overwhelming evidence of pointlessness. Maybe an advanced species just wants to replay the chaotic era of humanity, the same way we play old pixelated games for nostalgia. Or maybe the entire universe is entertainment, a galactic Netflix series, which makes sense. Between reality TV, political drama, and whatever is happening on TikTok, it really does feel like someone clicked auto chaos on. We can't rule out the possibility that an alien teenager downloaded Reality Simulator 3000 and forgot to close the app. If that's the case, shout out to them for not letting the battery die yet. As for evidence that we are in a simulation, some things are suspicious. The universe is weirdly mathematical. Everything follows equations. Even chaos has equations. That doesn't feel organic. It feels like someone who genuinely loves spreadsheets got put in charge of reality. Physics also has speed limits. The speed of light is basically the universe going, don't go faster than this or we can't render your surroundings in time. And quantum physics? That's just glitch behavior. Particles pop in and out of existence like they're clipping through the map. Electrons don't reveal their position until you look at them. Classic lazy rendering. And of course, déjà vu. Nothing screams simulation like the universe loading a previous save file. But people also argue against the simulation idea. They say simulating a whole universe would require absurd computing power. Then again, humanity is already trying to run entire worlds on computers, so imagine what an alien species with 1 billion extra IQ points could do. Others say consciousness is too mysterious to simulate. Which is fair, but humans cook food without fully understanding chemistry, so mysterious has never stopped us before. And yes, we haven't seen catastrophic glitches, no universe blue screening, though printers behave suspiciously enough to raise questions. Psychology plays a huge role here too. Humans love patterns. We see faces in clouds, meaning in coincidences, and destiny in whatever song pops up after a breakup. Of course, we'd question whether someone programmed all this. We also hate uncertainty. Saying life might be a simulation is sometimes easier than admitting that life is just weird, unpredictable, and occasionally disappointing. Blaming the simulation feels safer, like blaming Mercury in retrograde, but for nerds. But here's the real question. If we are in a simulation, does anything actually change? Do your bills vanish? No. Does your boss become less annoying? Absolutely not. Does your laundry magically fold itself? Also no. And if life is not a simulation, still no magical laundry. Either way, you're stuck with the same responsibilities, the same worries, the same experiences, and the same questionable decisions you made last weekend. Whether simulated or not, your feelings are real to you. Joy feels like joy. Sadness feels like sadness. Love feels like an emotional software update that nobody warned you about. And your cat will keep staring at invisible corners whether or not they're actually reading the patch notes. So is life a simulation? We don't know. We might never know. And honestly, it might not matter. Because whether this whole thing is running on alien hardware or just plain old physics, you still get to decide how you play the game. And here's the twist. If life is a simulation, someone went out of their way to simulate you, the awkward moments, the victories, the spirals, the growth. And if life is not simulated, then congratulations. You are the original, uncopied, authentic version of weirdness on this planet. Either way, your mission is the same. Live well, laugh often, question everything, and try not too hard to avoid breaking the universe. The warranty is definitely expired. And hey, if this video didn't convince you that we're in a simulation, at least convincingly simulate hitting the subscribe button. It tells the algorithm you're enjoying this existential crisis, and honestly, that's the most human thing you can do.